What's up? I'm Justin, and if you're an online fitness coach and you've already made a little bit of money online, maybe you've had your first $10, $20, $30,000 month, but your income still feels very tied to how often you post, this is for you. So over the next few minutes, I want to walk you through how I did over $2.7 million in online fitness sales, had multiple six-figure months, all without being an influencer. I literally have 9,000 followers on Instagram. So if you're thinking, I don't want to live on Instagram forever, I don't want to keep making all these videos about high protein recipes or travel workouts, like trust me, I get it. I was in the same boat. I didn't want to do that either. So stay with me. Quick filter. This is not for beginners. If you don't have an offer, you don't have case studies, you haven't proven that you can sell and fulfill, paid ads won't save you. In fact, paid ads are gonna amplify what's already existing in your business. This offer is for coaches who have already experienced a little bit of success and are ready to take their business to the next level through paid acquisition to stabilize revenue and scale their business. So let me describe where you might be. Maybe you've had a few reels go viral, you've built some momentum with organic content, maybe you've had your first $20,000, $30,000 a month or more, but it's inconsistent. And so the only way to keep your revenue up is for you to keep posting constantly. And as soon as your posting takes a dip, your income takes a dip with it. So you feel like you can't take a break. And so you spend more time trying to create entertaining reels than you do running a business. And deep down, that's frustrating because you didn't start this to become an entertainer. You started this to become an entrepreneur, a health coach. So maybe you've tried running ads your own with little success. Maybe you've hired a media buyer for $2,000 or $3,000 a month who got you cheap leads but never talked about cost per call, cost per acquisition, fixing your back end. And so essentially you were just burning money, getting all these leads in, but there's no sales to go with it. And so you do what every self-respecting online fitness coach does and drop another $20,000 on some program that promises to teach you all the secrets, only to find out that it's just a glorified portal with a few group coaching calls each week. And once the dust settles, nothing changes. You're right back to where you were, and that sucks. Don't worry, I'm not that guy. I'm not gonna tell you to post on Instagram 3 times a day, and I'm not gonna charge you 20 grand. I'm gonna teach you a reliable client acquisition system that will predictably put 2 to 4 appointments on your calendar every single day that you can close and convert into clients. But let's be real for a second, because if nothing changes, what's gonna happen? If you keep trying to ride these engagement waves, you're staying stressed, you're up at night wondering if you're gonna have to go back to training in the gym floor full time. And if you're in your 30s and 40s like I am, that's not a future you want to think about. You want stability, control, predictable income, the ability to step away for a week and not panic. Case in point, my wife and I are flying to the Alps next week for 10 days. So for 10 days, we're gonna be in a ski hut on a mountain, off the grid, and my business is gonna be just fine because I have a team here handling things. I have a client acquisition system that's gonna generate leads, that's gonna put calls on my salesperson's calendar, and I'll make money while I'm in the Alps skiing. You wanna feel like an operator, not a content hamster. Here's why I can speak on this, because I've spent over $300,000 of my own money on paid ads. I spent $25,000 on ads before I even made my first sale, and I've spent over $250,000 on every single coaching program you can imagine. I've tested every type of campaign you can imagine, wrote my own ads, filmed my own ads, lost money, adjusted, sucked just a little bit less every month until eventually I was pretty good. And now I've signed over 2,000 high-ticket coaching clients through paid traffic, and we're consistently doing about 70 to 100,000 a month, and I'm still doing it to this day. This isn't something that I did 4 years ago for 6 months and then immediately pivoted to go make a course on how to do it. I still actively run campaigns. I have a team, coaches, sales, infrastructure, all of it. So this is where most coaches get confused because they're looking for the silver bullet. They're looking for some secret funnel hack or campaign setup that's going to just instantly trigger all this amazing revenue. The fact is that there's a lot of different ways you can set up your ad campaign, but what I like to do is focus on either one of two, either a DM campaign or a VSL/application campaign. Both work, both can scale, both have their pros and cons. For example, in my weight loss business, I run DM campaigns because that audience converts better through conversation. But in my business coaching business, I run a VSL because that audience tends to benefit from longer form education and filtering. But I know coaches in both industries that run both successfully. So it's not about which one's better or worse. It's more about where you're at right now, your offer, your audience size, your sales style, and your capacity. So if you end up booking a call with me, we can discuss in more detail which one of those campaign setups makes the most sense for you and your business right now. But either way, the outcome is the same. The goal is the same. It's 2 to 4 qualified sales calls on your calendar each day. It's positive return on your ad spend, and it's predictable acquisition. It is not cheap leads. It is profitable acquisition, not cheap leads, profitable acquisition. So if we end up working together, we don't just run ads, we build an entire client acquisition system from click to client so you can be successful. That means tightening your offer for paid traffic, really dialing in your avatar, writing scripts together, and then coaching you on how to film those scripts to turn them into high converting ads. Structuring your ad campaign correctly and then building back-end systems so no leads fall through the cracks. Because ads are only one piece of the puzzle, but the systems we have around the ads, specifically what happens once that person becomes a lead, that's what makes the campaign profitable. We're not chasing vanity metrics like CPMs, cost per lead, and click-through rates. We're looking at cost per appointment, cost per acquisition, and overall ROAS of your campaign. We optimize for revenue, so if you put $1 in, you should get 3 back. That's what matters. The real shift isn't tactical, it's identity. So you gotta stop asking, how do I get more views on my videos? And you gotta start asking yourself, how do I get more predictable calls on my calendar? So in other words, we gotta stop acting like a content creator and start operating like a CEO. And that's what this is all about. So this is for you if you've already been in the game for a while, you've sold high ticket, you know you can fulfill on your offer, you have proof, you want more control, and you wanna stop living on Instagram. This is not for brand new coaches. It's not for people who don't have an offer. It's not for people who are looking for a shortcut or some magic solution to their problems. We build operators, not influencers. So if you're serious about building a profitable client acquisition system, then go ahead and schedule a call below. On the call, I'll take a look at what you got going on and help you decide which direction makes the most sense for you and your business right now. And if working together feels like a good fit, we can discuss options. If not, that's okay too. I'll tell you where to go instead. Either way, looking forward to our call. Talk to you soon.